What's up? Mr. Oliveras here, and today we're gonna go over with the test that you took, Unit 5, and this is basically reteaching it. So let's go ahead now. So this topic is about radicals and exponent. So simplify. You should know the properties of exponent, that when you multiply x4 and x2, that gives you x6. You add those. If you have x5 divided by x2, you subtract those, that becomes x cubed. Those are the basic things that you have to know from here. And then that's the product rule, quotient rule. For the power rule, if you have x2 times x5, the answer is x to the 10th power, wherein you multiply the 2 and the 5. Okay? But here we're dealing with fractions, so you might need to use calculator. So make sure you know how to use the math frac. Okay, so let's do some of the items here. Okay, here there's a 1 there, so 3x. There's a 1 here, so you have to add 7 fourths and 1. So review. 7 divided by 4, enter, plus 1, enter, hit the math. Frac is the number 1, enter, 11 over 4. So the answer is 11 over 4. Number 3 there is that you divide x squared by 4x 3 halves. So we need to subtract 2 and 3 halves there. So this will be an invisible 1 here. So there will be a 1/4 x. What's 2 minus 3 halves? So again, use the calculator. 2 minus parenthesis 3 divided by 2. Enter. Math. Frac. Enter. Half. So this will be 1/2 here. Number 5, we multiply 3 halves and 2. This cancel out. Basically, the answer is k to the 3rd power. For number 2 here, we multiply 3, 4, and 2. That will give us 24x to the. You add the 7 fourths, the 1 and the 1/2. So we do it here. 7 divided by 4 plus 1 plus 1 divided by 2, and that will give you 3.25. Then hit the math, frac, enter, 13 over 4. Very simple. Next here, we cannot divide 4/3, so keep it 4/3. B, there's an invisible 1 here, so we subtract 7 fourths and 1. 7 divided by 4 minus 1. 0.75, hit the math, frac, enter, 3 fourths. Here we multiply 4/3 and 1/2. So what you do here, you can have r 4 over 6, because 4 times 1 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6. You can reduce it to the lowest term, 2/3. Here there are several ways of doing this one. The best way I can share you would be, you should know that the square root of x, there's an invisible 2 here, there's a 1 there, so meaning, say x to the 1/2 is they are the same. So in this case, the 2 here means, say, it's a square root, and then you have 81 n squared to the 3rd power outside. We know how to break this down. A 9, 9. I have a pair of 9, so this will go outside, and have 2 n's there, so I have a pair of 2. I have a pair of n's, so 9n into the 3rd power. What's 9 times 9 times 9? What's n times n times n? That will give me 9 to the 3rd power is 729 to the n to the 3rd. Number 7 is similar to that one. The denominator of the exponent is 5. That means the 5th root of 243. B to the 5th power to the 4 outside there. 243 is divisible by 3. 81. 81 is 9 and 9, and this is 3 and 3. And since the index there is 5, we have to group them in a 5 set of numbers, which the answer will be 3. In the B5, I have 5 B's there, and that will give me a 1 set of B. to the 4th power because of that 4 there. You multiply 3 4 times, b to the 4th, or I can just put 3 raised to the 4th power, gives me 81 b4. For number 49, the 2 there means square root, and then 49 r to the 6 to the 1. So again, there are 2 7s there, so a pair of 7, so the answer is 7. There are 1 2 3 4 5 6 r, so that would be r to the 3rd to the 1. So basically that's the answer already. Write each expression in exponential form. Remember, there's invisible 2 there, so therefore 5a 3 halves, except that don't forget to write the parentheses. Here there are two items, coefficient and a variable. Unlike here, it's just x, so this would be x to the 4/3. For number 12, write each expression in radical form. The denominator is 3, so that's your index. 7a to the 5th power. The denominator is 2, so that's going to give us square there of p to the 3rd power. Simplify this. 875 can you break down to 875 divided by 5? Will give you 175, and then 175 divided by 5 is 35, and 5 and 7 there. The meaning of that one, that the index is 3. There should be 3 items in a group, so that's 1 item there, so 5, and the cube root of 7 will remain inside. There are 3 A's, and there's 1 group, so A here, and that's the answer there. For number 15, 5th root of 256. 256 can be divided by 2. 128 can be divided by 2. 2 and 32, 2 and 16, 2 and 8, 2 and 4, 2 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There should be 8, but we have 5 in a group, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That brings the 2 out. And 1, 2, 3, there are 3 2's left there, that makes it 8. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, so that's going to be 5th root of 8. The n has no enough item to get a group, so 8n, and that's the answer there. We can go now to number 18. Solving the equation. How do you solve the equation here? For this case here, you don't add by 4, but what you need to do is you divide everything by -4 and -4. That gives you a 2 equals square of x. If you square them both, I'll give you 4 equals x, because this cancel out. And then number 20, square root of b minus 8 equals 2. For me to get rid of the square root, I have to square this and square this. This cancel out. B minus 8 is equal to 4, because 2 times 2 is 4. Add 8 here. B is equal to 12. 19, you square them both. This cancel out. 3b minus 14 is equal to b. You subtract 3b there. Negative 14 equals negative 2b divided by negative 2. B is equal to 7. In this case here, don't take the square root. Get rid of the 5 first by subtracting by 5. So 1 equals square root of x plus 8. Now that's same as number 20 here, which you square them both. 1 squared is just 1. X plus 8, this cancel out. Minus 8. So therefore x equals negative 7. For number 22, it's pretty much the same thing as the first 4 problems here, except that this is an exponential. So since the index is 4, it's the same thing as 4th root of x equals 2. The one there is invisible. So for me to get rid of that one, I have to raise to the fourth, cancel this. X, what's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 4 times, because the power there is 4. That will give you x equal to 16. And then for number 23, same thing, you have to get rid of the minus 3 first. You're gonna add 3 there, add 3 there. And then this will give you a 4. 4n to the 1/3. 4n to the 1/3 is the same thing as cube root of 4n to the 1 here equals 4. So for me to get rid of that one, I have to raise to the 3/3, raise to the 3rd. This will cancel out. So what's left though is 4 to the 3rd and 4n. And 4 times 4 times 4 is going to give you 64 plus 4n. Divide everything there by 4, n equals 16. And maybe this is the last one here. 5p plus 1 to the 1/4. Again, this one here is same thing as 4th root of 5p plus 1 equals 3. For me to get rid of that 4th root, I'm going to raise to the 4th. This cancel out. 5p plus 1 is equal to 3 to the 4th power is 81. Minus 1 on both sides give you 5p is equal to 80. Divide everything by 5 is 16. Okay, there you go. P equals 16. There you have it. You know, we have answered most of this test, and I hope it prepare you for the upcoming retake. Kaboom!